mindfulness. Why practice? Why notice 3 breaths a day? Why even take the time to place your mind on non-judgmentally, curiously noticing 3 breaths? What's the point? You can certainly do an internet search nowadays. There's a million reasons out there and science to back it up in terms of the benefits of mindfulness. And I want to talk about this to bring this home a little bit more personally to you. So I've started doing Mindful Mondays, which is at 10 a.m. Pacific on Facebook Live, where I sit with you for 20 minutes and guide you through a mindfulness practice. And the reason I do this is that mindfulness is so important. It is a foundational skill in terms of thriving and in terms of being a peak performer in your life. There are many benefits to, there are many reasons that change and reaching your goals and peak performing builds off of the skill of mindfulness. One is that as a peak performer, you need to be acutely aware moment to moment of what's going on. Mindfulness helps you do that. Mindfulness helps you clue in immediately to what's happening, not only within your body, within yourself, what's working, what's not working, where are you getting those gut instincts, what is more an emotional reaction, what are you needing in the moment that you can respond to. All that is important. And it also helps cultivate your awareness of the world around you. So I like to think about mindfulness. This is not my analogy, I'm sure you've heard it before, but of turning on the light switch. So imagine you're in a room filled with furniture and the lights are off. It's a nightmare. You're stumbling around, you're tripping, you're bruising your shin on a coffee table, you're running into a chair, you're trying to feel your way around and maybe fumbling your way through. So mindfulness is like turning the light switch on. There's light. All the obstacles are still in the room. All the furniture is still there, but now you can see, you know how to navigate around that chair. You know not to run into the corner of that coffee table. Mindfulness helps increase our awareness so that we don't have to wait until something gets really intense before we notice it's happening, whether that's in our environment or within our own bodies. And when we do this, I mentioned gut instinct, this puts us more in touch with our intuition so that we start to lead with our wisdom instead of it being this like quiet voice of, yeah, I wish I could tap into that more often. I wish I knew what my wisdom was telling me. It becomes more second nature, where you're so used to tapping in that you hear your wisdom. Your wisdom may even be what comes first, what you hear first. It's not this quiet, vague, hard to reach concept. It's driving you. It's driving your actions every day. And another really important component about mindfulness is that, yes, it is a practice you do on your own, and it can build community. This is one of the reasons I started the Facebook Live group on Monday mornings, because when we are doing something to better ourselves, it often means we are stretching ourselves, we're challenging ourselves, we're lifting weights. It's hard work. And it helps to have a community, not only to hold us accountable and to feel supported, but also there's something powerful with all of us coming together for this sole purpose of bettering ourselves. Talk about making impact in life. What if you had people that the only reason you were around each other, the only reason you came together every week was to practice being more skillful in your life, was to practice being the best version of yourself, was to lift the weights as best you could that day, to try and build those muscles, to thrive, to be that peak performer, to make the greatest possible impact you can in this short life that we have. That's what a community can build. And that's what I would like to build with my Mindfulness Mondays Facebook Live group and classes and other community. So let's build a community of thrivers. Post up in the comments. How are you practicing surviving to thriving skills? How is it showing up in your life? In what ways is mindfulness benefiting you? Where do you run into walls and obstacles in your mindfulness practice? What don't you understand, or where does it get hard? When you post up these comments and these discussion pieces, we can all interact on them. Somebody may have an example that helps you out, or I may have information. Oh, this is a question that people have. Let me address this in my next class or my next mindfulness practice that I lead. So please engage, post up in the comments. I'm happy to hear all of your thoughts about mindfulness and how it helps you shift from surviving to thriving. Thank you for watching.